violently assaulting me. And then like that benign tumor. Oh, it doesn't bother someone because they just pass the buck, right? Man, I don't do that. So I was calling a lawyer, and then I yelled. It was an answering machine because the neighbor's like, "Yell, my daughter's being raped." A nigger's walking down the street and just yelling, "Hey, I'm a nigger. I could fuck every girl on the street. St. Joe's Healthcare says so. The hospital does it. We're niggers, black blonde." So I yelled, and I thought, the lawyer, respected lawyer and judge, would do something. Instead, he calls my brother and says, "Well, yeah, he caught my sibling raping me," but that was childhood because he thought I harmed my mother, but it was Picard Scott and his buddy that raped my mother, forcing dildos, and Mrs. Johnson at Fort Freeman, which is not the neighbor I was saying was being raped, her daughter, or his daughter. Those were Koreans. But Johnson was like, "Oh, finally my mother had good coital," because she's like, "You guys are so quiet." So, these mouse people, right? They think they're all symphony philharmonic. We know how to study too, right? The Hillfield, right? It's just so homosexual, these people. And I got blamed for both, right? So then I got blamed for raping my sibling and for raping the neighbor and for being a nigger raping. And then they got a homosexual to look like me and continue going, "Oh, yeah, oh, good." Right? And in mocking me, I went to university and then a fucking homosexual whore who stole my guitar, Eddie Van Halen's guitar, the Les Paul Custom, that was mine. Right? Brian Griffiths is looking for it, yet I'm right there. He uses my name, my godmother, his uncle, Jackie Washington, threatened me. He's like, "I'm Caribbean, military. I'm at a bingo." And he's like, "Oh, my mom's like, oh, he's a great musician, Jackie Washington." And he's like, "Oh, I heard of you, Adam. Oh, you're way better, right?" I mean, yeah, it was violin and he was guitar, right? But then he's threatened. He's like, "Oh, I'm Caribbean through Caribbean military," and then Brian does African military against me, and I'm like this. So then they steal my guitar. DJ Jones then got my E35, and then Reggie's and all those Titian with Tom Bellini murdering me because my father, basically Dvorak Antal, his tomb's there, and everybody out west still's talking about Tom Bellini, about every tomb that's in the row. So they're stalking me, stalking Marty Heating, basically my mother, because my mother had to, there's only Marty Heating and Eva Antelozzi, right? And, but, I couldn't even get through to either, and you guys just basically murdered like a bunch of idiots, like, lawyers and judges. Anyone could be one, right? "Oh, good. Hey, I'm a judge. Did you hear that? I got it in right on time. Yeah."